ndikole mpola mpola. Mwagala nkatya. First of all, Luwilight, in the history of your social media, wakoze live nga mukaaga jjo, no tomere ebisenge left, right and center. Why? I don't know. Okay? And then, Louis wagambye nali nkwesibako. Naye ate Louis, gwe mwenyini wazze no ekyasinza okuyombya wagambye ndikyaliwo naye ate I find it comfortable to bash you. Kati awaani eyesiba ku munne. Wanji wazze ekyasinza okunyiiza era obwedde ensonga eri valid gyowa abantu nti neefuula kyaliwo naye ate nzira ebbali nenkubashinga. Kati awaani abeera bannange njagala like to noting it down one by one. Okay? You said actually the reason why you went off from, was then no gamba. People, they call themselves your friends, but then they bash you whenever it's necessary. Enough is enough. Oli chali wange, wefula chali wange, na yate mbodeno, kati awo ani, yesiba kumunne. Era ekyasinza okuluma ennyo nti chaliwo yakugambyeko oba yakubashinze. Eyo point ndoza ezzewali. Point eyokubiri, Louis, wakuliriza nnyo mbuno ndi malaya. Nali malaya oba ndi malaya. Nali malaya netunda ebitundu ebyekyama nebitundira China. In the same statement nga oyomba, you were saying you would rather sell pussy and ass but not suck pussy. Kakati awo lwaki ate obwa malaya ongamba mbu nali netunda, yet you're considering it to be an option. Nchirala Louis, watetundangako tusaba otubulire, under what circumstances did you drop out of school? Because in your explanation, your father is rich, your mother is rich, your grandfather is rich, wakulira mu mbera ennungi. So under what circumstances did you drop out of school? And why did you drop out of school and became a senior 3 or 4 dropout? Because I don't think, according to your explanation, it was about money. Wali malaya nga wetunda emperere. Ngokola mubala wetundirako ekisaasi nga otambuza mmere ku basajja abagaba tipi ezatoyi.
Mazema.
So, just explain to us, under what circumstances did you drop out of school? Was it money? I don't think so, because you're giving us that impression that ewamwe muli bagagga. So under what circumstances gw'omwana omuto ow'abazadde abagagga sinti fees zaali zibuze, under what circumstances did you drop out of school? And when you dropped out of school, what did you opt for?
Exactly.
Then after that,
marrying a DJ.
Wagambye, I'm a failure. I don't know what your measure is when it comes to failure. Yet right. You said, mu bintu ebingi ennyo mbu nagula akataka mu kifo ekiri poor, ekiri cheap, ettaka eyo nga liri cheap. But then also,
it's okay,
I'm a failure. I don't own anything. I have nothing. So Louis, tuletereyo munange ku byapa byolina nga wadde ku lusalosalo olw'amalaalo.
Gwenga mukyala Jeff.
Okay? And then when you say I am a failure, I don't know in terms of what. You mentioned as a parent, I'm a failure, Louis. A failed parent is a parent that gets you fucked at 5 years of age.
Yes, absolutely.
And you never get justice until today. That is a failed parent. I guarantee you, over my dead body, nobody can ever molest my child.
Yes.
To me, that's a failed parent.
Hey.
To me. I won't even talk about your parents not educating you. I won't go over there. I won't even go over your parents not even teaching you that first things first. Omukazi nga wakazukuka senyama nnyo otawaze emana onabo bujonjo olwaleero in the morning. Bitch, wabadde ku live in the morning ng'olina obujonjo. To me.
Yes. Kati olwe mana wobedde n'obujonjo.
So I don't know. As a failed parent, which parameters are you using to gauge a failed parent? Because to me, first things first, the responsibility of any parent is to protect their child, especially a baby. At 5 years, you were an innocent baby and a person fucked you. And your parent was nowhere. Not your mother, not your father, because mubigambo byo the next day. No. Mubigambo byo. Walekana.
Yes.
Walekana. Hausigaro omukozi n'atavaayo. Where was your mother that day or your father or any person that was responsible for you? So, and as a failed parent, even after raping you, the next day you could not tell your mother or your father, the parents, but you told your brother inti Uncle Rubega yankoze bwati ne bwati. You told your brother. You told your brother inti uncle bichi yakurepinze. Lwaki tewagamba nyoko ne kitaawo. Where were they? So to me, I don't know what you use to gauge parameters of a failed person. But to me, a failure starts at that, because everybody knows, Banange, I am not rich and I don't think I'm gonna be rich because I don't even aspire to be. I aspire to be comfortable, and I am comfortable where I am. However, Louis, my achievements is what I have done for myself that you will never know, because you don't even have a right. And having abaana bange, and I educate them and I raise them.
Yes.
You were not raised.
And they are Canadian citizen.
No.
Just a reminder.
You were not. So tuba n'ebintu ffe nga abantu bye tukozesa like to measure success. So if I'm a failure, Louis, what are you? What is your father? And what is your mother?
What is
a combination of the three? Your parent could not protect you as a child. They could not protect you as a girl child. They did not wakula bukuzi. Mwakulirawo. They did not educate you. Omwana w'omugagga nga bw'ogambye wagenda n'okola obwakadama. And then also, Louis, stop sugarcoating the fact that you were a house girl. Bwe bakujja e Kampala okujja kusiimuula omwana ateesobola amazi, omufumbira emmere, okumwalira obuliri, okumunaaza, okumumwa ebyoya, okumupaadinga, obeera house girl. So under what circumstances, omwana w'omugagga, did you not go to school and ended up like that? And when you came back, you gave birth for a man, still about me being a bad parent. When you came back and moved in, not even married. You moved in with a man after you had a baby with still another man that lives in the US. I don't know if he lives in the US, but there was a man that was sending fees. Like the kid is a problem kid. But you moved in with a man atazala mwana. That is your achievement. Akulabirire. As if tolina mikono, as if tolina mutwe, as if lwaki tofuna obwahausigalo mu nsi endala. Oba kale Uganda obwahausigalo era osigale nga okola. No moving in. Era still about being a failed parent. Mama wo omusiramu ne taata wo omusiramu, they are comfortable. Buli lunaku onuuna amanege ag'omusajja alina ekikuta ku kasolo.
Gamba nti alamu wasalama billah.
Era kwofiira omudifendinga with everything that you have. Kumukira omutali mukomole.
Gwe omwana w'abagagga abasiraamu.
So talking about parenting, talking about failure. Please explain to us under what circumstances did you become what you are today? Nezira ku sikola. Louis sikola. Abana bange balya, abana bange basoma ate wagambye business ya detox si yange. Business ya detox ya muganda wa hamu ate ogambye sikola. But why do we all go to work to afford life? Luwilight, I can comfortably tell you, a man, I don't have to suck uncircumcised dick to pay rent. Yes. I don't have to suck uncircumcised dick to eat food. I don't have to do shit.
Right.
You understand? So, to me, sirina not kufumbirwa. Sirina kukombanga muchira gwa musajja omuli atali mukomole nga kwendira n'embizi naye nga ate ku macha nenda kugenda ku musaalo nsaale just because I need to eat. There is a video where you're saying omwana wange simusindise kusoma ninze tata we akomewo tanasasula fees because onobera mu obulamu pakadi. Look at your age mates. Omwana wazala wachinga tosobola musasulira fees. Omwana wazala wachinga tosobola musasulira fees. By the way, Louis, there is something else that people have to take note. Wagambye ogeza nonvumira abaana. Louis, olina abaana bameka. Ekintu ekyo wakiddinganya olina abaana bameka, olinayo abaana b'okweka. Wagambye ogeza nonvumira abaana, olinayo bameka. Because tumanyi omu, you kept insisting ogeza nonvumira abaana. Waze n'ogamba mubeereeyo buli muntu eyasomako akimanyi mbuno amalusu tebagateeka mu kasolo kafuna infection. Louis, ekisooka tewasoma. So when we are talking about issues of okusoma, please don't talk about that. But then also Louis, nga Jeff akuzina bubi takugwa bakuli.
Neda sister munne
kati akukola ki wamma nebuuza
busungu
nebuuza lwaki tosula mu buliri bw'oyo guy because ojja ku live tukulabako ku live ne tugamba munnange omusajja is a selector ali mu bbaala akola kumacho omusajja wayina okukomerawo munnange obeera tonna n'aba bujonjo nategedde omusajja akuzina bubi takugwa bakuli because wavumiridde nnyo okukomba akasolo. Jeff kombo mukazi akasolo akafunemu
mukombe n'ekikuto
amanye mbuno omusajja atagwa bakuli oba okuzinibwa nga tebakugudde bakuli
musango
obeera okubyewo shadow
katikiro tukulopera Louis
anyesinga owunye mana. Maybe that's why bawo tayagala kola ki kugwa bakuli. Amwanda nibannanga abakyala abali mu
namawunyo
abakyala abali mu comment eriyo omukyala ayagala okuzinibwa nga tebamukombyeko ku musino
okujjako namawunyo.
And then I want to address this, Louis. I don't think olinayo akavidiyo kange nga nsi yag'omukazi. I don't think olinayo akavidiyo kange nga nkomba omukazi ebijanjalo. Louis, unless you really have experience and a gaida, where do you get the illusion that nzina abakazi? I don't think it is actually there. I'm wondering, where do you get the illusion? Because Mbelane Queen? Because Queen Avera one? I don't know. Atane Chidala, I also had you say Bwiino. Abana bo bakuziza bubi obalaze Bwiino, it's okay. Okwebaka ku mukazi munno. First of all,
mbogane wegatta mbunga
I
abaana
think me, I don't have a right to tell anybody on earth how they use their private parts. Because many of you, muli bachala in straight relationships, babazina amatako. But then also, I want to ask you, Louis, where do you get a right to tell anybody how a child should be raised when you were not raised as a child?
Senga sidiju.
Where do you get the right to tell a person how a child should be raised when you were not raised? I heard you say, Imbu. Omusajja gwe waleese mbu olina ebitundu bye ebyekyama mbu nga alina akasolo katono mbu that's why namuvaako mbwayonga mukomparinga ku Jeff wabula Louis eyakugaziya omutuli ku myaka 5 yakukusa emikira oyagala minene eyakuzina ng'olina emyaka eja n'akuyingira yakulaga mbu nno ogutuli gwo gwina kubeera guti era nga guyingiramu ogusolo guti
gamba nti omutuli
ku myaka eja era nga oprefaringa ogusolo ogunene until today. Kakati bannange omuntu eyazinibwa nga wa myaka 5 nange ani eyawukuuka
ani abeera n'ogutawulira misolo
najja no yongerako n'ogamba ensonga ya baby daddy. By the way, I don't even want to okujiwa nnyo obudde because bino ebintu bitandikanga ebintu ebisaaga inze nina abaana aba mu basajja aba tekuliiko
atamanyi taata we
atankana mwana we toleeta abantu batategeerekeka batamanyikiddwa kubasibako mwana wange. Omwana wange alina taata we abamumanyi bamumanyi musajja wa kitiibwa musajja wa buvunaanyizibwa atajja kukujjamu amanyi
emizi ajja kujjamu emizi
era yankubidde naseka n'okuseka nagamba senga baleese omusajja nga alina amaaso amaneneko ne baleeta omusajja nga mulaalolaalo nandisabye ki DNA
singa omanyi taata wa mama
lives zo kwabaddeko omukazi ng'ambe eno malaya enkadde eya bigayi nga eyayagala all her life to be like Donzera obulamu bwe bwonna n'atuuka n'okufuna olubuto nalimba omusajja mbuno nalimba bigayi mbuno ali lubuto lwa balongo natuuka nomugamba mbuno abaana yazadde babiri omunaafa obulamu bwe bwonna nga ayagala kubeera nga ayagala abeere nga Donzera because bigayi X1 Donzera kati yazze n'agamba oyo ye taata w'omwana wa Asidi bamwita simanya yagambye ani erinnya yoyo mwenyini Debbie. When you're trying to look for abasajja abanzaalamu abantu tusaba obalage abasajja abana abakuzaalamu abasajja abana obatulage
n'ebifaananyi nga balina abaana baabwe twagala receipt. Yes we do
bana habati yuyo namubaletedde bigayi wali Victor wali ne tata wa Shiba gwotamanyi so era ku nsonga ya Senga Asidi nga netunda China nga we mwagambye bannange munsaba obujulize njagala mundeetereyo nga netunda China ekisookera ddala ekintu ekyo I want it waka video oba ebifaananyi because of course byaliyo mubindeetere nga netunda Louis ndiwo kutegeeza I don't have to travel to a different country okutunda akasolo ndi mukazi mulungi ate Asidi owejo emyaka I could have been around 25 then. I don't think I needed to take pussy outside.
Kabaka mwanga.
Okay. So please, Susan Debbie nga ogamba oyo musajja eyamuzaalamu ndi sure you're not sure of abasajja abakuzaalamu oli sure of abanzaalamu bamikwano nina abaana aba mu basajja aba era awo wennyini we njagala okujja Louis wagambye bannange thank you ebirabo Louis waze n'ogamba nina abaana basatu mu basajja basatu Louis mama wo alina abaana mu basajja bameka
wanji
Luwilight mama wo alina abaana mu basajja bameka era taata wo alina abaana mu bakazi bameka. If your father and mother could do it, why not me? I'm not an angel. Nze goita malaya ate munange weewunya lwaki nina abaana mu basajja ab'enjawulo.
Sanga lya mbogo oliwa
wanji era Louis nga bwe watandise nti tata w'omwana we ow'omumakkati yuno era abalala nabo nenda baleta Louis balete era tulinze ondeetere omusajja eyanzalama omwana eyasooka ow'okubiri already wamuleese oyo ow'ekicupuli ow'okusatu naye omuleete
Louis lekera ogaba abaana b'abandi where they don't
tugende mu maaso kuleko akatabo akalala
Louis lekera abasajja tebaagala kugaba
nva amasira mu kasolo Louis amasira gange ag'omu kasolo wayingirayo otya ogalabe twabagamba wano no evidence don't open your fucking mouth nze nagambye Louis ova envunyu mu face because I have seen face yonga evaamu envunyu leka akafaananyi ako nako kasindikire modo akalabe yes I hope I have it. Era abantu bakatuzumingireko nga face evaamu envunyu. That's the only thing. But other than that, Louis, emana yange wayingirayo otya ogisanganga evaamu amasira era walyonoonyayo
bamwitaani gynecologist
banange tuleme ku ajiwinga bintu nga bantu basiru ndi in Canada nga nvaamu amasira mu mana nga olyambizi ozina omusajja ow'ekikuta azini kandida wagambye kandida Louis all of us nonti kandida abeera mu wansi w'ebisolo by'abasajja ab'ebikuta era togwibwako infection tosobola bannanga abakazi abalina abasajja ab'ekikuta mumbuulire infection zibagwako zibagwako
namawunyo
envunyu zizo muziraba oba nedda ekyaleeta ezo enkovu mu feesi mwalimu ki zaali nvunyu
bigalanga
you say bitch my skin what that's your skin era nga evaako ki envunyu kakati gwe munnange envunyu ezanvanga mu mbugo ziririddawa tuzirabeko wanji
bw'oba toyina lisiiti sirika
Luwilight, you said I suck pussy for a living. I don't know about Tomanyi Ruzungu. You say I don't work and then you say I suck pussy for a living. Now, that's not true. But however, I want to educate you that a lot of you, including your mother, you have educated kids from sucking dick and pussy. So sex work is work.
Right.
Banange wabere waawo omuntu awandiika mu comment nti sex work is sex work.
Sex work is work.
Justice for people that suck dick and pussy for a living.
Yes.
We have men that suck pussy. Ne balabirira bakyala baabwe nga baawe Jeff. Please. And then they sent me another clip when you were saying that I said, Louis, you are a pick me. And then you said, neda. Pausing out. In fact, she's the pick me. Echigambo pick me, it means omukazi buli musajja gwa pickinga namweyambulira namuzina because the acid malaya. Louis, being a pick me, that's not the meaning of a pick me. Please go back to school. Speaking English does not mean that you actually understand English. Pick me, that's not the description of a pick me. Okay? To the
I want to do that.
Next, you said I did surgery.
Okay.
Okay.
One, I've never done a surgery. Those who know me
Senga
have
soko
grown with me.
okay.
They've seen my body. I don't know when I did a surgery, but then also wagazezaako nnyo okutegeeza abantu mbuno ndi mwavu. Luwilight ndiwo kutegeeza omwavu takola surgery in case I did. I don't think nti omwavu akola surgery. But then wabadde ofuba nnyo kakasa abantu mbuno ndi mwavu naye ng'ate ogamba nakola surgery. And then you said nti ne bakugamba mbu abantu abakola surgery oba weetaagamu akasente. And then you said Uganda waneeno okukola surgery weetaaga it can go as low as $1,500,000, meaning you had ever inquired about doing it. But then also, Louis, 5 million is what you don't even have because you suck uncircumcised dick for food and your kids' tuition. Omwana wazaala wakinga tosobola mulabirira.
Mama Fina sanezo kiriyalinga emotoka. Now you're the can never alive.
You said
yeah.
Mbu, it takes $5,000,000 okukola surgery, meaning walamuzaako
surgery.
Louis, $5,000,000 tozirina. On tape, on camera wajanga osaba $4,000,000 ogule emmotoka yabanange. Louis, emmotoka wali ogigula ogikozesa ki gwatakola?
Yali agenda jivukira wa kabata type.
Wajja n'osaba emmotoka nga buli muntu akulaba $4,000,000, meaning you could not afford $4,000,000, and you're talking about $5,000,000 as a surgery.
Yali yache ya Luwilight.
Kakati nze omunaku
akondo kabuzo
wawayiriza mbu nakola surgery at least ate ne kidala Louis ogambye mbu nakola surgery one at what point did I do it? Na ate ogambye Uganda najikola nkyali Uganda kyenjagala okumanya because actually when nali nkyabeera e Uganda I was a little bit chubby.
Right.
So that means najikolera wa Bulaya and it's not $1,000,000, I think. You go on
Tamie Rumalu itasateka mu glasses.
No yongerezaako era n'ogamba njiika yiika. Louis, ndi mwana mulaalo, mama wange Motoro and my father is Brandeis. Ntiribiita era njiika. Ntiribiita era ng'omukazi ow'essavu. Ntiribiita. Siri mukapa. I don't have to have marked arms like Golola. No. I come from Western Uganda. Era ntiribiita. Ndio mwana w'omuntu. Ndi mwana w'omutoro.
Omwana w'omulaalo.
Ow'abasiita. And I'm Randiz. So, my darling, don't expect me okubeera akakopanga gwe oba nga bbaawo omukonjo. No. Era teriyo musajja mu Western ndoza surgery yiyo era nze munnange ayikayika yuyo mundaba. Louis, ndiwo kutegeeza ndi mwana Western Uganda era nga nanywanga bongo n'amata era gawera era ntiribiita.
Ekintu ekyo
kitiribiita kiyikayika kiringa bongo kitiribiita kiyikayika.
mazima
So, my darling, siri mukapa, I don't have to put on a dress, nenje simbamu, emikono nga ndinchi, ninganga kapa, ewala mpi oluji. No, I cannot be a lady and still be masculine. Techijja kusoboka.
Right. Feminine. Salawo bweyagala kubeera feminine.
Techijja kukola ki kusoboka. Wagambye saasoma. I don't have to explain that. I think I explained that yesterday. Then in Nogamba, I did not study in Uganda. I think I explained that. I patene chidala wagamba sasoma. Your first statement was sasoma. Nayate no actually Louis. Okumanya ndi mu westana ntunda omuzigo ntunda yogurt. Era I was here nga abantu nenda lesson how to make yogurt. My love. Then was then Nogamba sasoma. Kakati Louis. Ate Nogamba nabalaze certificate zeba somera ebulaya emyezi ena. Naye gwe Louis olinayo certificate nga wadde ya weeks 2.
Uganda gye basomera omwezi gumu.
Ha muno tetu oba muwulira. Oh, obwedda my volume down. So, Luwilight.
Tulinza certificate yo Luwilight.
Nga wadde ya weeks 2.
Yeah.